Man, I'm hungry. I'd give anything for a fancy lad. Wait, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Hey, it's good to see you. What's up? Hey man, what are you up to? Later.
You want your hair done too? No, no, no. The kings are many, and their hair must be perfect. You want your hair done too? No, no, no. The kings are many, and their hair must be perfect.
When is the king coming back up here? I'm bored.
Hey, it's good to see you. Hi.
All I do all day is read magazines. You'd be amazed what you can learn from them.
What's up?
Hey man, what are you up to?
Later. What's up?
Hi.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king? Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man? Then the king has no interest in seeing you.
Hey, man.
Look who's back. If you want to see the king, you better pay up. Whatever.
What are you up to?
Bye.
Hey there. You're the king's friend, right?
Look who's back. If you want to see the king, you better pay up. What, do I look like a beggar to you? Take a hike, cheapskate. Look who's back. If you want to see the king, you better pay up. You know what? I think you and the king have some business to discuss. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Hey there.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you? Charge? Pays must be at it again.
What did he take you for? That's Pace for you. He means well, but he doesn't like strangers. Here, to make amends. Now, what can I do for you? Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good? In that case, some of the things I need handled will be right up your alley. I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside? It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say? You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say? I've tried, but he can smell a king a mile away. Probably knows all our faces by now. He's not a stupid man, I'll give him that. What I need is someone he won't recognize, which makes you perfect. So are you gonna take the job or what? Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost. My eyes on the street tell me you haven't paid our mutual friend Oris a visit yet. Until you do, we got nothing to talk about.
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are just like the booze. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will. $200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate. Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work, and said to give you this. This guy's so bad, even I think twice before going out at night around here.
Followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services. Up ahead on the next block is where the kings hang out. Don't let them scare you.
Come to
They
Mick
don't
and Ralph's
outnumber you
for all
5
your
to 1.
shopping needs.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler. Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around. Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now. Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind him. That's an interesting theory you've got there. I'd suggest you keep it to yourself. Let's get moving. Stay close. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Don't distract me. I need to focus all my senses on keeping you safe. Well, here we are. No worse for wear, are you? I trust that if you need to cross Freeside again, you'll know who to hire.
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House. That's bullshit. Everyone... Everyone knows Mr. House doesn't talk to anyone. Hi. I've got my eye on you. You cross the Kings, you'll regret it.
What's up?
Man, what are you up to? Later.
Hey.
Hey man, what are you up to?
Bye.
When is the king coming back up here? I'm bored.
What do you have for me? So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything. Good, I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use. Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat? Go ahead, throw some questions at me. Near as I can tell, it was some sort of religious institution. Oh, I know it says school out front, but everything in here seems to be related to the worship of some guy from back in the day. People used to come here to learn about him, to dress like him, move like him, to be him. If that's not worship, I don't know what is. Not a whole lot to tell. There were only a few books left in here when we found it, and those were rotted away. There were some posters left that were pretty well preserved, which is how we know all this stuff was based on the same guy. The thing of it is, we don't even know what his name was. All the posters just referred to him as the King. Well, that and the giant sign outside. This place could have been the King's House of Dog Chow, and I still would have taken the name. But I like to think I keep the memory alive. As far as we can tell, the guy that built this place was considered the coolest of the cool, and taught other people how to be more like him. People would come all around to learn how to sing, dance, dress, and even speak the way he did. Something like that, yeah. There were some working tapes here when we first got here, so we know what he sounded like. Sadly, they stopped working a few years back, so I sold them to a junk merchant who was passing through. Otherwise, I'd play some for you. All the outfits you see my guys wearing around were originally found in here too, along with more hair gel than you can shake a stick at. Sure thing. What'd you have in mind? I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up. He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took him to the followers and had him checked out, and they said his brain is bad or something. No, they said they don't have the tools to help him. For now, but they said eventually he's going to get worse. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did. Understand, Freeside? You have to look back a few years. Originally, we were all just tribes making a living in this area. That all changed when Mr. House came around. He made an offer to the 3 biggest tribes that were willing to listen to him. Today, everyone calls those tribes the 3 families, and they live in luxury and run their own casinos in the Strip. The rest of us were left to fight over the crumbs, living in the shadow of those more fortunate. Things got pretty nasty for a while. But we wanted more, a place of our own, a place where no one could tell us what to do, and we didn't want to go elsewhere to find it. So we took control of this place and made it our own. That's really all Freeside is, the best of a bad situation. We're different than other gangs, and not just because we dress better. We're not just a group of thugs looking for our next fight. The Kings are about an idea, you see, where every man is free to follow his own path, do his own thing, where every man is a king in his own right. Whoa there. Not just anyone can be a king. First of all, we usually only accept people native to the area. Second, I have to approve, and I don't. You haven't shown me you've got what it takes to be a king yet. But if you're fixing to join something fierce, stick around, and if you play your cards right, things might change. We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Freeside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves, and they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect. Sure thing. What'd you have in mind? Pace? He and I grew up together around here. We've been through a lot together. There's no man I'd rather have at my side in a pinch. Don't judge him too harshly for trying to get some caps out of you. He probably took you for a squatter, looking for a place to settle down. There have been a lot of people moving into the area lately, and it's got some people riled. Can't blame them myself. There's only so much to go around. There's me, but I don't really like talking about myself. There's Julie Farkas and the other followers down at the old Mormon fort. The Garrett twins up at the Wrangler deserve mention. Wouldn't be right not mentioning the Van Graffs, I suppose. And while they're not important in the overall scheme of things, there's Mick and Ralph, too. Just don't tell them I said that. Who all did you want to know about? Julie represents the followers of the Apocalypse. They're a group that tries to help people out whenever they can, so we get along just fine. If you ever need to get patched up, one of their docs will have you right as rain in no time flat. They sell supplies, too, or used to. Heard they were having trouble bringing stuff in, or keeping up with the demand, or something lately. Did you want to know about anyone else? Them twins run the Atomic Wrangler, the only working casino here in Freeside. It's become pretty much the place to go around these parts. Give it a whirl when you've got some time. Now, was there anyone else you wanted to know about? They're a family-run business from out west that deal in weapons mostly. A word of caution, though, they're not a friendly bunch. Not at all. Their store is just past the Wrangler and sells all kinds of fancy weapons that most people around here can't afford. Anyone else you wanted to know about? Mick and Ralph sell all sorts of things at a small store over by the East Gate. They've done all right by us, and they'll do all right by you. You want to know about anyone else? Sure thing. What'd you have in mind? All right. I'll see you later. Have you found anything out, or were you just here to chat? Go ahead. Throw some questions at me. All right. I'll see you later.
Hey, man, what are you up to? Hi.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? You want someone dead?
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
We'll give you the means.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. This should only take a moment. There, I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work. Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you? Of course.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Keep moving.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, New Vegas' best source of laser and plasma weapons. Welcome to the Silver Rush, New Vegas' best source of laser and plasma weapons.
The Wrangler's just down the street. You're almost there already. Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
Watch yourself. There's some unsavory types.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Howdy.
I ain't got any reason to talk to you. Scram.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here? Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this. Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say. They were big guys, young too, no old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them. I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did. Tell the king we thank him for looking out for us.
That true? Did the king really send you? I don't really know what else I can add. There were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help? What? No, I thought you were supposed to be here to help, and here you are making accusations. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tennant, that's what he called him. Lou Tennant.
He probably
Hope
said
what I remembered
Lieutenant
helps.
Wayne. The
Hope
boy
what I
means
remembered
well,
helps.
but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes. Hello.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat? Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something. What can the king do for you? All right, I'll see you later.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's. We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell.
Hello. Can I help you? I'm honestly pleasantly surprised they would help us out, but I can see the Garretts aren't doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. Well, it looks like you've earned yourself a discount on supplies now that we'll be fully covered. This supply deal will aid our work immensely. Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it? I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog. Yes, a few months ago. We had to tell him there was nothing we could do. No, Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. He requires brain surgery and some sophisticated cybernetics work, too. There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry who reportedly specializes in this sort of procedure. He'd probably be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in Jacobstown, far to the northwest. No problem.
You want someone dead? Really dead? Stop by the Silver Rush.
We've got stuff we're not being allowed to sell.
Can I help you? Later.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work, instead of give you this.
How's it going, friend? Looking for anything special? Take a gander. Pleasure doing business with you. Come back anytime.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
Hey! Something you need, kid? Do I look like a career counselor, kid? Get lost.
You want someone dead?
What can the king do for you? She said, what? Why didn't you just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here. And you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what. You promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say? I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little barmen. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you'll see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect her as you would me. What can the king do for you? All right, I'll see you later.
You'll pay for that.
Hey there. I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the Strip. Must have delivered more than his mail.
Howdy.
Hey there! You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to West Side? Couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. West Side was a good place to settle down as any. I helped tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized. Uh-huh.
When I talk to a girl, I start the conversation, and I didn't start no conversation with you. Me and Dermot work salvage around New Vegas. What do you even mean, he's Dermot? Dermot knows how to work salvage better than any man I ever met. Doesn't go asking questions all day either. Fuck off. We gotta go through this again? What's it about this time? Fuck off.
Hi. I wash my bone with Sippy. I have Pogo. Feet a rope. Goodbye. Hi again. Goodbye. Hi again. Masho Fabish. I have a go-bow. Goodbye. Masho Fabish. Bethesda is on mine. Goodbye. Hi again. Goodbye.
Prison.
Watch out for fiends.
Prim is the new sheriff.
Prim as the new sheriff. If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I'd buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too. My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him. Of course. Another satisfied customer. Until next time. Here to do business? Until next time.
Tom Anderson, can I help you? I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy, but we get by all right. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration. I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here. The co-op is comprised of Westside locals and run by Clayton and Antonine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op. Take care.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers. I got nothing you need. If it's ass you're looking for, talk to Pretty Sarah. Me and my partner St. James work salvage around Westside, that's all. Because it's his name. He may be high-strung, but he's all right. Hauls his half a scrap, which is all I need. Yeah, beat it. I said fuck off. Yeah, beat it.
Welcome to the Casa. As long as you didn't come here to sell that scrawny ass of yours around here. I'm not hiring new girls. All slots filled, you could say. And my arrangements with Marco are exclusive. Then there's no problem here, and no need to get nasty. How can I help you? Three flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's a house favorite, for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things. I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms. Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things. We don't talk about that. Next topic. You know where to find me. You can just talk to the whores, you know. You and me, we don't need to talk unless there's trouble. I look after the only reasons any... All Mark... You know where to find me.
Hey, honey, looking for something softer than a man can give you? You know you'll be back.
Hello? Sorry, man, but my services are members only, alright? You might try Sweetie. I'm just a fantasy come to life, but you already knew that. Half a year or so. The Casa's a dump and Marco's a pig, but Pretty Sarah makes sure I don't get hassled. I don't get as many customers as Sweetie or Maud, but the customers I do get always come back. She's an honest woman, splits the earnings fair and keeps Sweetie and Maud in line. Minds her own business, too. She knows what it's like for people to go through things they'd rather not talk about. Sorry, ma'am, but ain't enough caps in all of New Vegas to make me do that. See you. Still wasting your time in this pit, honey? See you.
Don't see many of your kind here in the Casa. Women, I mean, who ain't working. Old but spry, honey. So long as my back don't give out, I can make a living lying on it. May not be as fresh as Sweetie or Jimmy, but Pretty Sarah keeps me around for a good reason. Experience. That's right. Strange at first, having a woman for a pimp, but she's tough enough to handle any trouble so far. She's a good earner. Of course, she don't care who she sleeps with or what they do to her. I suppose he's okay for one of those. I suppose Pretty Sarah's got to cover every sort of customer. Good luck.
Hi again. You here to play? It's worth every cap, baby. I'll do things to you you didn't even think was possible, and leave you feeling like everything's right in the world. Keep telling yourself that, sugar. You'll be back. I bring in the customers, and she makes sure no one gets rough. Sarah's good people. Good enough, anyway. A client's got a right to privacy, so it'll cost 200 caps for me to tell you all about it. Fine by me. You the one missing out on all the exciting details. Sure do. St. James is my #1 customer. He's a prospector who pays Marco to stay here at the Casa week to week. I don't know why his friend Dermot chose to stay here. He's never been with me or nobody else. But St. James likes having me close at hand. I got my start at the Gomorrah. Good money, but I saw how those Omertas hook girls on free jet or MedX, then start charging. Slavery through a needle is what that is. I earn less out here, but I keep more. I'm called Sweetie because I'm the sweetest piece you'll ever find anywhere outside of the Strip. Same price as before, baby. And worth every little cap. Get ready, honey. I'm gonna make it good for you. Hi again. You here to play? You know you'll be back.
Howdy. Hi there. Welcome to the Westside Co-op. I'm Clayton Etienne. Let me know if you have any questions. Well, I've lived in Nevada all my life. Started out in New Reno, but headed down here as soon as I got the chance. If you can believe it, things are even worse back home. The whole city's still run by crime families. Used to be the Mordinos and Wrights. Now it's the Wrights and Van Graffs. Seems like things never got better. Anyway, that's all behind me now. It might not look like much, but it's what keeps us Westside locals independent. We started it a few years ago. I admit we had a lot of trouble at first, but eventually we got some help from Tom Anderson with the followers. We're finally to the point where the co-op members can start making money from sales instead of just breaking even. All right. See you later.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the Strip.
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. What can I do you for? I might have some answers for you. What did you want to know? I run the liquor store on Westside. With things this rough, some folks need a lot of booze just to step out of the door in the morning. After I close up shop, I walk around and help keep the peace. Not that I'm good with a gun, mind you, but someone's gotta do it, you know? Well, things aren't great here, but I've seen a lot worse. We've got the Fiends to the south of us, and that ain't good. The Scorpions hang out at the Monte Carlo when they aren't slinging chems or getting their heads blown off by the Fiends. Probably the best thing we've got going on is the co-op, run by Mr. Etienne. Get some help from the followers of the apocalypse, I think. Not so much lately. The NCR is giving them hell anytime they poke their damn heads out. Bless those boys and gals for getting rid of that vermin. I feel pity for any man or woman that gets addicted to chems, but when they prey on decent folk, well, then it's time to put them down. Not much to tell. Typical gang of dumb bullies and angry nobodies. They're holed up a bit south of here, in the Monte Carlo suites. They think they're tough, but anytime they tangle with the Fiends, they get torn right up. Food from the people and for the people. Anyone can buy, but the profits are shared by the folks who make the produce. Locals got these little gardens that do real well. Gosh darn well, truth be told. Etienne got some help from that Anderson kid, I think. Anyway, we don't gotta rely on merchants so much. And it means the troopers can use all the food they make over on the east side. Works out nice. What else did you want to chat about? Oh, yeah, that's mean son of a bitch. I know the name sounds bad, but he likes it. He's one nasty old coot. Far as I can tell, he's one of them original super mutants, what came from the boneyard. Wandered about after that master fellow died. Eventually got caught somewhere around the hub back in NCR. Boy, they sure treated him mean down there. Cut him up so bad he can't talk no more. I tried to buy him just so they'd stop hurting him, but they didn't want any of it. Turns out some of them night kids, whatever you call those sneaky super mutant types, got in and busted him out. I guess somebody named Tabitha led the bunch that freed him. Don't know much more than that. He just showed up here one day. Couldn't really talk, but he remembered me all right. Ever since then, he's just been, well, hanging around, I guess. Does odd jobs for folks and smashes the bad guys when they come poking around. Some folks steer clear of him for sure, but you don't seem to mind. What else did you want to chat about? Sure. Yeah, good old Klamath. Not a bad place if you like hunting, eating, and skinning geckos all day. It's a pretty dull place, but I hear there was a bit of excitement when this tribal from Arroyo came to town years back. All before my time, though. Alright then. Hopefully I've got something to wet your whistle. I might have some answers for you. Sure. Okay then.
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
Hi again. Goodbye.
keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the strip.
Oh, hello. I deliver things and stuff for the people here. They give me caps to do it. Bye.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles?
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
That tower on the strip? The one you can see for miles?
Keep an eye on your stuff. Damn thieves.
There's some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
You ready to die?
Watch out. Lily's been babbling about a
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. Doc's inside the lodge. A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story. Kaisar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Kaisar, not Kaisar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it. They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west? They'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start. Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town. All right. Lot of... All right. Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well. Such as... was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along. Bighorners. Good eating. And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd. Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with a tribal. Now I'm here. Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well. Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time. We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end. All right. See you.
And get you that.
Something on your mind? See you.
Better watch out. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids and that.
You think Marcus could get us some miniguns or missile launchers?
Another human. One was enough. You think Marcus could get us something he can?
I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet ya. I'm Calamity. Bye.
I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research. It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them. The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet. It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin. I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge. I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence. The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first. Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning, I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done. If we must. Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave. Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after. Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore. If we must. I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet. Yes, especially... If we must. Yes, yes.